Good morning, everyone. So it's time to wheel out. If only I could get it to squeak like those tanks. No, it just won't happen. The dumpster, where my monster doll lives. Here's his real name. Drumpf, nickname for a large man from Middle High German rump, trunk body, or someone who is bent and crooked. Yep. And that push pin fits just perfectly. Right there. There. If only they had little hard hats, little plastic hard hats that I could shove on his head. So to remind me of his little outing with Fed Chair Jerome Powell yesterday, where he made an ass out of himself. He's talking about some numbers of like 3-something million, something, and Jerome Powell's like giving him some side eye and shaking his head like, no, that's not it. And then Trump proceeds to bring out papers to prove it. And then so Jerome's reading it going, oh, here it is. He was adding, I don't know how many millions to the future project or budget for something that was built 5 years ago. Jeez. Oh. Okay. Health and happenings. And yes, of course, he's in Scotland through the 30th. When I did yesterday's reading, it was Tuesday. I did Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday's readings. So I didn't know he was going to go to Scotland. But thank you for letting me know. Okay. So, but anyway, you know what? Besides that, South Park did that huge burn because Paramount, also owns Comedy Central and airs South Park. And they received a $1.5 billion contract before they did the episode with Trump and his little Winky. God. And then Stephen Colbert also on CBS, Paramount, blah, 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 and I guess now they merged with something called Skydance. I don't know. Anyway, then they got a bunch more money, of course. Why else did they merge? But the lady that's the head she's very pro-Trump, so there's that. But anyway, Stephen Colbert showed this clip where Tweaker Taco's speaking to leaders of, artificial intelligence, and he says he's like thrilled to be there with all these tech leaders and luminaries. He did it again, like he did before. My God. And even the QAnon shaman, he's turned on him. So it's pretty bad when that happens. Okay. Health and happenings, Saturday, July 26th. Well, that ain't good. Okay. So the forces in motion for the entire day with the 10 of Wands reversed is liver and gout and high blood pressure and blood sugar issues. And, with Saturn involved there, it's osteoporosis maybe. Nah, he's too. No, I can't say that. I'm memorizing the wrong things. For him, it would be swollen joints because of the lymphatic system that he's has just abused because he refuses to feel any feelings. And, maybe for other people it's just an issue with diet or something, but for him it's much deeper. So, okay, big challenge for the day. I would think this has to do with him making it to Scotland and not being received well. This would be the status quo going against him, rebelling against him. This is his lack of inner authority. This is him stuck. And he's so friggin' guilty. He's stuck in his guilt. But it's also, him challenging the rules of society. When this card's straight up, it's the rules. It goes like the Empress, which is the mom, the Emperor, which is the healthy dad, and then this can be healthy society. I'm pushing it there when we're talking religion, but you catch my drift. Got to remember, this deck was created in the this one 1909, but the original tarot was created in the 14th century in Italy. So of course we have the Pope here with the keys to knowledge and wisdom, but of course many popes have been corrupted. So when they're corrupted, then things go sideways, and that's why they come through reversed, so that the rules of society can be looked at as the belief system within each individual. So all these individuals are no longer liking him there. So to me, this has to do with those, powers that be in Scotland. I guess he's running around on his golf course there, still trying to find his little balls. Okay, in the morning. Yeah, he's working it. He's looking for balls. He gets out and golfs and he's working it. Okay, with the King of Swords coming through reversed, this could be, justice itself, somebody that knows the law, kitties, for the kitties. Okay, so anyway, with the King of Swords, well, first of all, when it comes to health, it's kidneys. It's kidneys and nervous system, diabetes, possibly blood sugar issues. Again, 2 blood sugar issues. Oh, I forgot to say, I'm so sorry, with for health-wise issues or health keywords, when the Hierophant comes through reversed, it's the cerebellum, that part of the brain, and the thyroid having problems. Anything with his neck and his ears and lower jaw. When I did hear that little spiel that he gave on more for the kitties here while I'm talking, why not? He sounded very congested when I was listening to that thing on Stephen Colbert. Yeah, so there's that. But then also with the King of Swords reversed, this could be an incompetent surgeon. This could be an attorney who's coming after him and who's very ruthless. But this is also that part of himself that is violent and abusive and a tyrant and vengeful. So he's working. Now, this may not have anything to do with what he's doing in Scotland, but behind the scenes, it's very possible that he has his legal team, which are tied to the DOJ, which he should be completely out of control. He shouldn't be anywhere near that, but he is, and they're working behind the scenes to help him avenge. It's so stupid. They think they're coming after Obama for treason. Give me a friggin' break. So anyway, also with the 8 of Pentacles here, upright or reverse, this rules because it's Virgo, rules the digestion. And he may be having trouble after traveling with constipation or IBS, or going back and forth between diarrhea and IBS, because what he does. And he may even be developing an ulcer. It's very possible. So there's quite a little bit there. Midday. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. So with the Queen of Cups coming through reversed, I if this is somebody attending to his health, he's in trouble. Because she's not, she's in a really bad mood. This can be a Dr. Ratchet and then a Nurse Ratchet. Nurse Ratchet could also be Queen of Swords, but this one's really emotionally pissed and in a really bad mood. So that's really interesting. And it may be because he's going to I guess he's at the golf course at Aberdeen or Aberdeenshire, I think they're calling it, which is close to where his mother lived. Now, I think she was a Taurus, if I remember correctly, but yeah, so, but okay, so with the 8 of, if I just let go of who this might be as a person, because we really just care about his health, this is him and his own insecurities, because he never meets his emotional material that comes up, so there's no way that he can, so he's got weak boundaries. He's codependent, he's giving to get, and women don't want to be anywhere near him anymore. I'm hoping that he was met with a big balloon like they've done before, but this time with like a little tiny mushroom or something, like they did in South Park. It wasn't even a mushroom. They actually made it like super small. Oh my God, it was gross, so gross. Oh God. Okay. 8 of Cups reversed, because it's ruled by Saturn and Pisces, is very, very bad for the health. The lymphatic system is not flowing at all. Addictions are gone crazy. He's not getting away with, all of his, physical abuse that he's done to himself from the past. And he's not going to change. He's not changing anything. And so he's exhausted. This could even be a tumor. So, okay, there you go. Like Andre says, couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Later, oh God, more addictions. Later on in the evening, I don't know if maybe he's golfing with somebody, kind of fiery like the Knight of Wands. But when it comes to health, this is a card for, again, liver, blood sugar problems, and addictions. With the 2 of Wands, because it's Mars and Aries, he might be there making plans to do something else. Yeah. It's not reversed, so I can't really say that it could be an accident. I just think it's more like he's doing something in the evening that's reckless and ungrounded, and yeah, and he's making plans. Okay. But then later in the evening, like, late, middle of the night, with the Knight of Pentacles, I don't know, it's not really a sleepy time card to me. It's like working. So it doesn't look to me like he's sleeping well. And then with this Emperor reversed, this is like, muscle, like, what do you call it when you get cramps? Cramp. It's like, and this, just rigidity in the body. He's also angry. There may be some injuries that happen to him. It's possible that somebody comes in. I mean, we've got 2 horses here. That's movement. Knights are always movement. If this is somebody coming at him, they're efficient. It's targeted. Could be. You never know. And ruthlessness. But with the Emperor reverse, and to have the King of Swords up here reversed as well. Yes, but especially with this one, we're talking fights and wars and struggles and anger and injuries, because Mars in Aries is very accident prone, even if it's upright. And this is reversed, so good luck, dude. Let's see what's at the bottom for the foundation of the whole day. Yeah, here we are again with the Five of Swords. Didn't we have that for yesterday? Oh, lordy. Okay, so Five of Swords, defeat, humiliation. Just like I was saying, I've been saying this for years, ever since the start of my channel. When the very first time I did an impasse session on him, I got clearly that well, I don't know if he'll ever do it because it requires feeling, but he needs to be humiliated to the nth degree so that he would finally feel some of the humiliation that he lays upon others. That's just a ridiculous thing that he does all the time. And that shows his insecurity. He loves to put other people down so then he thinks he feels better about himself. But it doesn't work. He just makes an ass out of himself all the time. So, but this card is all about humiliation. Like, yeah, you get all the swords and but all the friends are walking away. Nobody wants to hang out with you. And you've got stupid hair. So, but this is somebody who loves to fight. And so they have to go through all this conflict and loss and humiliation and defeat and people walking away, and there's pain, but does he feel it? I don't know. So I'm just going to hang in there with one of the major things about this card, which is self-sabotage and vengeance. And again, like I said, he's working, with, he's probably planning and talking and connecting with his team back home, or back in USA, and they're planning all these vengeance. They're just making plans for vengeance, which is just so stupid. But here's the clincher. How many times are we going to get this card? With Temperance reversed, yeah, homeostasis, the endocrine system, everything's upside down, incorrect dosages, drug interactions, a grave illness. He may have a fever. He may have a really painful episode of gout. And sometimes this is a card, you've got the big angel. It's supposed to be Archangel Michael, but when it's reversed, we could always look at maybe a blood transfusion, the red blood there. Yeah, couldn't have a nicer guy. Okay, I'm done. Thanks. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take good care as always. Bye.